Good.
Hey,
Oh,
friends, check this merch out.
sure. Yeah, thanks. Good evening, or I guess good morning for people that are on the other side of the planet. Uh, thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. This VIP of the stream is actually working out quite nicely, so people are nearly fighting for it. Also, Tech Bonks, you had nothing. You don't have anything to make up for. You get here whenever you can, and anything else is just fine. Also, it's weird because it shows to me in my stream manager that you replied to Tazzy's message after she sent it. So it's like you're replying to a message from the future. You're replying before she sent it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been getting boosters for the past like 5 days. Whether it's credits or drop chance booster or research, I just get boosters almost every day now. I don't know why. But yeah. Alright, so I don't reveal your secret. I don't know. You replied to a message from the future, so I don't know. Alright, so we have this new guy.
I carry the old blood.
Bud Fabeb. And I really just like that he's named Bud. So I almost want to convert him and just kind of stuff him in my railjack. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I know. Also, good evening, Faith. But yeah, I don't know. This lich being called Bud, I think is amazing.
I've been thinking.
So I think we're just gonna hunt him down and convert him, add him to the railjack. Because as I said earlier, I have a lich ready to be taken off my hands by anyone who wants it. And he is currently holding a 55% Kuva Heck. So if someone is looking to just, round out their Kuva Heck at 60%, you're welcome to take him off my hands. It is a radiation because I think I initially wanted to get one for a Archon one-shot build, but that's kind of not necessary anymore. So he's just kind of sitting there with a 55% Kuva Heck. So if you guys want to just, perfect roll your Kuva Heck, let me know. We can do that trade. You almost can. Wait, Silhouette solo? But 60% Brahma, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough choice. I kind of almost regret not converting my sick Fug, because I bought his I picked up his Brahma, like this guy. Shorten it to what? Yeah. Yeah, I almost wanted to convert this guy because he was named Sick Fug, but I also wanted the Kuva Brahma at the time. So I still keep the weapon named after him. But yeah, that would have been a funny one to have. So that's on the agenda for today. Just maybe killing the guy, maybe converting him.
No, back! I bleed you.
The other option is I kill him, I get his gun to finish my own Kuva Heck, because my Kuva Heck I think is 55% already. So just infusing, you can flex the name more by not converting it at least. I mean, maybe. This guy I have to convert it to keep the name, because I won't keep the gun. If I do grab the gun, it's going into my own Heck, and it's just putting it at 60%. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough choice. So this guy, I kind of have to keep him. I kind of have to keep Bud. Always, yeah, this is a great name. So we're just gonna, keep going until something else shows up. I do have a few relics I want to crack. You regret not putting Prime Foot on the core before you did the LR4 test. That's what got you killed.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations.
That's tough. That's kind of why I love Gauss. Kinetic plating gives you basically sure-footed, so you don't really. Yeah, you got knocked during a gate and died with 2 seconds left. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, having kinetic plating on Gauss is just a godsend because you have natural knockdown prevention on it. So it does kind of prevent you from needing prime sure-footed. But I'm at a point where I want to probably rework all my frames to have prime sure-footed in the Exilis slot. Because of how annoying it is to be knocked down. Might just bring super tank and Naros. Yeah, I mean, anything that makes you super tanky or just knock down immune is a good choice.
Congratulations, Tenno.
Yeah. Also, if anyone has a lich that they are trying to work on, feel free to join and get more murmur progress. I'm open to viewers joining me at any point. I'll just be working on this guy for now. And, you know, depending on how things go, we might actually get another one generated. We're just hunting for cold ephemeras at this point. The Kuvahek is kind of an optional score because I would like to maybe create a cold Kuvahek build, but I don't know if I want to get rid of my toxin one. Because a cold corrosive crit build could be interesting. But I'm not sure yet where I'm going with this, so I guess we'll figure it out as we go.
You earn, I take. Now I make the rules.
This one, okay. But yeah, so cold Kuvahek seems like a really, really interesting crit build with corrosive as the extra element combo. And I think the idea is that having a cold progenitor means you only need to mod for corrosive and then you can slap everything else in cold, whereas if you go for a toxin progenitor, you need to mod for you need to add an extra toxin mod to create a corrosive, and then actually I'm not even sure, just trying to map it on my brain just doesn't work. But it feels like you have to no matter what you do, either cold or toxin progenitor, you still have to mod for toxin on the gun in order to get corrosive and cold. So you might as well just get a higher cold value. Because at that point you can just add your corrosive combination and the cold is just innately there and you don't have to mod for it. So I guess that's why it's the better option. You don't have to add another element. Either way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're reading the exact same thread I'm reading. Yeah, that's what I was kind of eyeing on my other monitor to the side. Yeah, you get Coral Cold out of the 2 mods instead of 3 if you had Toxin Progenitor. Because of Toxin Progenitor, you still need to mod for Toxin to create Corrosive without overlapping on the Cold mod. So it takes 3 mod slots to get Coral Cold on a Toxin Progenitor. There we go. It makes sense. I managed to brain even though it's kind of late. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Reading it on a second line actually helped me. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna save Bud and actually find another Cold Heck to fuse into mine. Just because Bud has a neat name.
The injector is now in an unstable overdrive. Keep the meter away while it melts down.
I kind of want to see where we can push the heck on a Kuro Cold build. Because I think I have a pretty good crit ribbon for heck as well. So that might be kind of nice. You do have to chill on Sobek yet for Saren? Not yet, no. I need to work on that as well, but I also want to farm a new Sobek. I do want to try an electric Sobek. You made the phenome after dark stream. Good evening, Raccoon. Good to see you. By the way, if you're around and in the game, I can trade you some of those spare mods you wanted. I can hook you up with those. Yeah, those rare after dark streams. It's most likely gonna happen. I'm gonna try to make those happen every Tuesday, since Tuesdays I start late because of my regular appointments every week. So I will try to make those more of a regular thing on Tuesdays, and maybe on Thursdays as well. Because on Thursdays my girlfriend goes out to the office and she comes back home late. So usually that gives me plenty of time on the evening. That's where you run electric? Yeah, I want to try that. I want to try electric Sobek. But I am currently working on a Sobek build. I do not have SH shells fitted in yet because I'm missing a little bit of capacity, so I need to throw more formas into it. But that is just so many weapons and so many formas that I don't have the time, or I didn't have the time. Now I have a lot of time, so I might actually start working on those. I kind of want to make a lot of the Kuva weapons and Tenet weapons work. I mean, if you're just looking for a heck to max out yours, I have one sitting here. Like, I have this guy.
No, back.
It would be a little bit wasted, but, you know, he exists, and he's just waiting for a new home. But I would, I guess, rather give it to someone that has a lower roll that needs to be balanced out. Good afternoon from Italy. Well, good afternoon, doggy. Good to see you. Yeah, mine is also 55.2. That is also why I didn't use my 55% radiation to max out this one. I want to get a lower roll, but now I have Bud, which is way too nice to waste, so... But yeah, let me invite you, Raccoon, and we'll get you those mods that you need. Let me bring up Discord and see what you needed. Alright, let's go and trade those. Then we can, yeah, yeah, you need Requiem relics for the mods, but if you need copies of those, I have plenty. At least the relics. So we can either grab some relics and then start cracking them, or, you know, you can start looking at how to get them. Oops, that's a bit too high. Your Glaxon is a sad 25.9 mag, but you fully built it out. Well, you just need to get a new copy, and you'll be good. You'll be golden. All right, let's see here. So you needed Power Drift. Power Drift. So this. You need as well. I don't have to confirm every time. Transient Fortitude. There we go. Yeah, sure, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. And then you needed Blind Rage as well. Blind Rage I have several copies of. Was there anything else? Because you said you had Continuity and Intensify already, so it's only those three that I can hook you up. I'm assuming there's a word missing there that is you will take. If you need Requiem relics, I will hook you up with some. Here, I'll toss you 2 of these and 1 of these. There you go. Perfect. Appreciate it. No, you're all good. I kind of pieced it together. We just talked about it, so I figured you might need some of those. So I'll hook you up with some. And then if you ever need more, I can get you more, and we can run some Requiem fissures together once you have a few spares, and we can try and get you some of those mods, because I will need more copies of those mods myself, because I am just blitzing through Liches and Sisters. So I will need more copies of that. So we at least knocked a few out of that list. So Hall of Malevolence, we'll have to refer to someone else in the either in the chat or in Discord, because I don't have any of those syndicates, so I can't help you on that one. That augment mod is out of my reach. Augur Secrets, you can look at Bounties and Cetus. They rotate on offering, but the Augur mod set is from the Bounties there. And then Neverminded, I would need to find another copy, and for those we need to run missions on Deimos with the vault keys. So getting those farmed up is probably going to be a little bit longer, because there's a large pool of corrupted mods. So getting a dupe of that one is going to be a bit tricky. But we'll look into it. DM the list. It's in the I can DM it to you, yeah, or it's in the Warframe General channel in my Discord server. It's in 2 pictures. But yeah, I can DM you it. So what we're missing here is Halls of Torment, Meant for Mirage, Narrow-Minded, and Augur Secrets. There you go. I think that's the 3 I couldn't find right now. And then there was Umbral Intensify, which is, from that quest, and then Prime Continuity, which is, from Barrow, or a million. I have Tarkov on the brain, so I was about to say 1,000,000 rubles, but no, 1,000,000 credits for the trade tax, which is not exactly great. So we'll try to avoid that. We'll try to avoid paying that tax. There's not a whole lot here, huh? I guess we'll do Spy. So yeah, those are the 3 mods I didn't have spares of, or that I didn't have access to. Augur rubles, yeah. So yeah, Augur Secrets and Neverminded. I don't have duplicates. I have a single copy of that I'm currently using.
Any intelligence files you find.
You heard Tarkov? Yeah, I'm sorry. I had Tarkov on the brain. You have a Halls leveled that you don't need? Oh well. You buy the tree. Yeah. Yeah, just right there by the tree in the middle of the woods, Matt. Well, yeah, if you can hook up Raccoon, that'd be amazing, Bonks. He's a Mirage enjoyer at the moment. And then the other 2, well, one of them is a there was one that's a corrupted and one that's actually a bounty reward. So bounties are a little bit more accessible since they have varying levels of difficulty. Yeah, going to get blown to smithereens by a mounted grenade launcher. That was utter bullshit. I'll be honest. That was just one hell of a moment. And thanks for that, Bonks. Thanks for hooking up Raccoon. I just love when people come together and actually help each other out. Big fan of that. Oh, come on. I'm not gonna get it. Oh, yeah. Well. Damn it. Yeah, it was really dumb. Yeah, no problem. You know? Yeah, that's what I like to see. Like, LRs should use their knowledge and their experience for good, not to ridicule other people. I really appreciate that. Like, that's the kind of community I want to grow, where people can actually rely on each other for help and not ridicule or discredit each other. So I'm really happy to see that. And yeah, no problem, Raccoon. I want people to be open and like friendly to newer players and actually make their life easier. And if we can, you know, just save you some trouble, get you going faster, and get you into the more fun content and the activities we do on stream a lot more reliably. So I'm actually glad. Yeah, you're trying to work on your liches, which is great too, because liches are really fun content, I feel, and the weapon hunt you can go on with those is actually pretty cool. And they are a pretty big power spike. Like, getting your first Kuba weapons is a pretty significant power spike when you're still pretty early. So actually having your first lich hunt done. Hey, what's up, Nick? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Anytime now. Or are you supposed to slide under it? Ah, you're supposed to slide under it. Ah. Oh. Well, the more you know. I thought he did the entire height of the path, but I guess not. Wait. Oh, it's right here. Neat. Alright, cool. So, apparently, our new emotes are, like, 75% done. So, you good? Relaxing? That's awesome. Oh, right, yeah. I appreciate you trying to hook him up with Sevagoth, but he's already currently crafting it. But that's really nice of you. You're good? Just relaxing? That's good. Taking a little break of the whole dating thing. But I'm hoping that works out for you, because you seem to be pretty invested in this new one. Yeah, so actually getting your first Kuva core, even if it's a middling roll in electricity, it's still going to be like a huge bump, just because of how powerful of a weapon it is. So I'm actually happy if you can get that going for you. Do we have our first Requiem? Yes, okay. We do have it. Sweet. Okay, so let's throw Zata first. Alright, let's start there. Wait. Oh. What kind of beacons did you give him? Yeah. That we can actually help you out too with Raccoon, because it is a special mission node that is on. Is it on Ceres? I think it's on Ceres. Bacon, abyssal beacons, nice. Yeah, that's actually really helpful. It allows you to farm a frame and its matching weapons, which I think is from Ceres here. It spawns when you have the beacons on, and you can, as long as one person in the party. Wait, do everyone on the party needs beacons, or only the leader? Because if it's only the leader, we can follow you around and actually help you with that. Because it is a bit of a tricky node, because it is higher level. So probably best to save them for a little bit later. Excavation. Should be just leader. Yeah, that sounds about right. So once that becomes something you're interested in, we can try and help you out get the Goth. She's a pretty cool frame. Has some really cool synergy. She has an ability that prevents her from dying until it's triggered. And there's no like timer on it, so you just press it, and then until you hit 0 HP, you're unkillable. Well, that's, yeah. put it like if you like putting it this way seems kind of dumb because you're unkillable until you hit 0 HP. So what actually happens is that once you hit 0 HP with that buff active, you actually don't die, you become invincible, and then you can start regenerating HP, and then after the timer expires, you go back to your normal self. I guess that makes more sense than just saying you can't die until you hit 0, which is basically every frame in the game. Except, like, Inaros and Sevagoth, kind of.
You've got to find a terminal. Proceed
I didn't really
there.
think that one through before actually saying it. Like, so long as you have health, you're not killable. There was a bug. Never tried a Gorgon. Oh, Gorgon's kind of neat. There's a bug. I'm not sure if they fixed where everyone has a beacon. They all get consumed, not just the leaders. I don't remember that. I don't remember anything about that because I know we farmed. My buddy and we farmed the Goth fairly quickly after she released and didn't really go back to the node. Gorgon is actually kind of neat, but it is only kind of neat if you have like a later game upgrade, which makes it shoot big explosives instead of bullets. Which is, you know, kind of a thing. Yeah, been a weird interaction that I pinned Faith and Faith and you juggled beacons. I mean, it's possible. There's a lot of wacky stuff, you know, in this game. It is a perfect game, completely bug-free, by the way. But no, we like digital extremes here in this channel. We think I think they're a good team of devs, and I appreciate their work. And I'm not saying that to get partnered. I'm not saying that to be a content creator for them. I'm just saying that because I actually genuinely enjoyed their game and the way they manage it, for the most part. But you know, if you're hanging out and you would like to add me as a official creator, I mean, that'd be cool. But in all seriousness, I'm half joking and half serious. I think they're doing a good job, and the new creative director and the new gameplay designer. Wait, what exactly is the role? What exactly is Pablo's role? Hey, what's up, Orna? It's easy to get overwhelmed returning to the game with a fresh account. Last time we played was 6 years ago. It is, but you know, just take everything one step at a time. Just add the layers progressively one after the other, and you'll get through it. Feel free to ask any questions you have in here. Maybe myself or anyone that has more experience than me can answer you in chat. You know, I try to be as helpful as possible and to the extent of my knowledge, but we can always try to help newer players or returning players. Happy you chose to you know, drop in here. We'll do our best to get you situated and help you out if you need. Pablo worked on all the most recent core. Yeah. Pablo is behind a lot of the really good changes in the game lately. I'm just not sure what his like official role in the team is. Like, is he gameplay designer? Is he gameplay like lead director? I keep forgetting what his exact role in the company is, but lead design, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Well, to me, Pablo is like just fun wizard. Everything he touches just becomes infinitely more fun and nice. So, damn, you're spoiling him, Bonks. Thanks for that. Well, that's a nice welcome for you, Raccoon. Enjoy that, because I am sure he's just showering you in all the good stuff. And you should redo all the unfun missions like defense and extraction. I assume you mean excavation, but yeah. Also, to kind of circle back to your comment, Horna, I think the game is a marathon, not a sprint. So take your time to enjoy every step of the way. Don't feel like you need to rush to any point of the game. Just, you know, take it one step at a time. Take your time, enjoy every step, even if some steps take a bit longer or a little bit less fun than the rest. You know, just take it easy. you'll get to where you want to go in time. There's also, I mean, leave it to the internet to create a meta around everything, but this game is very good about making you feel like you don't need to follow it to actually get anywhere. Hey, what's up, Mortis? Good to see you. Good evening, or good time zone, wherever you are in the world.
But we did it.
Do you need to rush to getting Harry misplaying way back? Well, that's... I mean, if you are a returning player and you have a kind of previous experience and you're excited to get back to a certain point, that I can get. I totally understand that. But what I mean is, like, don't feel like you need to rush to achieve certain milestones within the game in order to actually enjoy your time in the progression. But yeah, if you have like a favorite frame that you want to go back to, I understand being excited to go back to that point. That actually makes sense. It's quite far. You just reached Saturn. I mean, it is a pretty good. It is a pretty good amount of progression because, you know, getting through the initial star chart is pretty slow because of all the junctions you need to reach, the quests that are kind of mandatory. So just keep at it. You'll be through the star chart in no time. And let me see something. Oops. Yeah, okay. Not anywhere near having a Harrow Prime set. Well, we can look into that a bit later. Let's see. Harrow Prime systems. Nope. Neuroptics. Oh, we do have some, but they are uncommons. But we do have a chance, maybe. Time for you to chip away into Viri. The Steel Path Circuit. Because if it is, and if I have an interesting loadout, I might actually join you on that one. Let's see. Oh, oof. Nope, never mind. I'll pass on that. You're on your own. I'm sorry. I am not jumping on with these. Where are we going next? I guess excavation it is. Or interception. I mean, interception's fine. Yeah, actually, let's grab our friend Badhon and let's do some interception. Savagott shall carry you. Yeah, I had decent frames, but nothing that was like a carry frame. They were a lot of like good survivability frames, but nothing I could actually get by without good weapons, and I had no good weapons. So it's gonna be next time. Actually played up to MR17 back in 2018, but that account is long gone. You may or may not have yeah, well, you know, at least you learned a lesson from it, and you will never repeat that. But yep. Oops. That is a thing that can happen. Oh shit, I am on the wrong focus cool. Time for energy pizzas. Hey, that gives you like the perfect opportunity to re-experience the beginning of the game in the early stages. So, you know, I guess it's an opportunity in one way or another. You're on drowning duty. Thanks for the hydrate. I will be very hydrated today with you and Fate's help. Right. So you're pretty familiar with a lot of the game then, having made it to MR17. So it's just a matter of getting through the motions and getting back to a similar point to where you were. But you did, I mean, yeah, obviously, burning out in this game is very, very easy if you just force yourself to do several things. That's why I'm kind of taking it one step at a time, as I said, just, you know, pace yourself and give yourself some, like, strict objectives and trying to stick to them for the most part. And, you know, don't force anything, just enjoy the process, really. Is, I think, my best advice. Oop. But yeah, burning out is very much a possibility. So you know, just go with whatever is fun at the time and enjoy that. I am absolutely screwing this mission up because I am out of energy all the time because I didn't have the right focus school. Here's a good time to return while waiting for PoE 2 early access next month, but you're enjoying yourself so far? I mean, that's great. You know, and it is a pretty good game to take breaks from. Like, I am, like, this account has been with me since beta. So it is an old account, and I've been playing on and off for several years now, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking, like, a short break, a few weeks, a few months, and then come back whenever there's new content that interests you. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I am kind of interested in PoE 2 as well. I am excited for it, but I'm still a bit on the fence, because PoE in general has some design decisions that I'm not a big fan of, such as like the trade reliance, even though like I know SSF is a thing, but I am not like a hardcore enough player to really enjoy trying to self-farm everything. So it definitely feels like it is very trade reliant until you become at a point where you can easily just know your way around the game.
So certain you were.
Oh, finally.
You will not be remembered.
Oh, come on. I just recaptured B. Are you serious? Wait, can you step down from here? And I don't want to lose this place. Too late. I lost it. You fully intend to suppress your PoE hours in PoE 2? Well, like, I'm honestly hoping that PoE 2 is a little bit less punishing than PoE 1 for experimenting and trying to self-build builds. Because even through all the time I spent in PoE 1, I never really properly learned how to make builds, and I still kind of hate that. Oh, right. Oh, God, that's gonna suck. Yeah, this is bad. Oh. Well, actually, maybe not. Shit. Okay.
More power, more stronger, more respect. Thank you.
Yeah, no, he's not being very buddy-buddy. He is very strong. I did not expect to fight him on Vauban. That's the main thing. I usually run something that is much more durable to make up for the fact that they do a lot of damage. Oh. Get out of here. What do you mean I can't shoot you here? That seemed a bit unfair. Get out of here. Jesus. Where did you come from? I'm about to lose this goddamn mission at this rate. I was not expecting to have such a hard time doing interception. Yeah, I feel like that might have been the problem for me, is that I didn't go solo self-found and didn't really bother to actually properly learn. If only you had some domes to place. Yeah, I know. Korra is the superior interception frame, I know. It's alright, we'll still do it by a margin of 5%. I mean, that's just like twice the hours I have in Warframe, so you know, nothing that bad there. But yeah, I feel like going SSF kind of forces you to better understand the building process, the different mods, the itemization, the stats, and all that. So that might have been my problem, and I guess PoE 2 is a good time to just You know, shake that up and give that a try. You downplay yourself? Oh, so 3 times my Warframe hours. Not too bad. Okay, so wait. I thought for sure that I had the right first mod, but I guess not. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, so we'll throw Ool in first until we have our second Requiem. So we're going to try and test to see if Zata is second, and then go from there. So we'll go back to our friend Gauss here, and then move on to the next planet. How long is the reset here? Alright, an hour 15, so 10 p.m. Okay. Let's go to Mars. You've only got 421 hours? Well, you know, it's a really good start. But yeah, the game kind of lets you stack up a lot of hours and not get a whole lot accomplished. I am MR30, but I am not even close to like being high LR ranks, and there's so much more for me to accomplish, so much more for me to farm. I have completed a large majority of the content in the game, but there's still a few things I haven't achieved here and there, which is what I'm currently farming right now. Farming some of the cosmetics, and you know, perfectioning certain weapons with the Lich system. I mean, 421 hours is nothing to scoff at. It is a lot more time than many people would put in several games. Like, several people are not even willing to put more than like 20 or 40 hours in a single game, and then they move on to the next one. So sticking to one game for that many hours is already a pretty big accomplishment. But that's nothing compared to your PoE hours, I'll tell you that much. I think got at least 1,800 hours. That's really good. My Steam hours for this game are about 1,000, but I played the game long before it was on Steam, and even after it was on Steam, I played on the standalone client for a long time as well. So I don't really have an accurate representation, but I'm estimating about half of my hours are on Steam at this point. And it's only going to get higher in terms of ratio, so I'm expecting to have at least 2,000 hours. It said that I have about 800 just in missions, which, you know, is fair to assume that it's about half of my total playtime, if not more, if not less, because you spend a lot of time not in missions as well. Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people kind of overvalue MR. Like, yes, being high MR is nice. It means you've achieved and completed a lot, but it also isn't indicative of much, because you can be high MR and not very far in your progression, but you can also be very far in your progression and still very low MR, because it's only an indicator of how much different stuff you've leveled up, and nothing more. So you can be like MR12 or MR16. Like, a lot of people will stop caring about MR at 16, because that's where the MR lock ends for pretty much everything in the game. Once you're MR16, you can equip or acquire everything in the game. There's nothing else that is locked by Master Root. So a lot of people will just stop there and not care about MR anymore. I like some of the perks that come with it, but I mean, we can be posting how much time we've wasted on the game, you know? It's not a competition, but it's definitely something that people are interested about. Yeah, MR is just whether or not you want to be a crazy hoarder person. Yeah, pretty much. Once you hit MR30, you can buy the hoodie from DE, but only small and medium are available. That's kind of annoying. Like, for me, for instance, in the in-game stats, it says I have nearly 800 hours, but that is active mission time. and not just the time I spent in my orbiter just hanging out and doing nothing. So this is like not really indicative of much. So yeah, that, you know, that's kind of a thing. You got 20 days. Well, you know, that you're also LR3, almost LR4, just a mastery rank test away from LR4. So you definitely have a lot more time spent than I did. I've been playing since beta, but I've taken a lot of breaks here and there. So this in-game stats is, you know, just the time spent in mission, which is still, you know, pretty good. But there's definitely more to it than that. Like, I've completed several achievements, nearly all of them, but that doesn't really indicate much either. You know, it's...
Why is he here?
So, you know, there's definitely certain metrics you can look at, but even then, MR is just a metric of how much of a completionist you are, and not much else. Like, I've seen people with lower MR than a lot of others perform a lot better, just because they've invested their time and effort in perfecting whatever they already had, instead of going out and trying to acquire everything. And that's perfectly fine. There's no wrong way to enjoy the game, which is what I like the most about this. You can't really enjoy Warframe wrong. Unless you ask Textasy and you tell him that you enjoy Warframe without looking at Korra, then he might think you're subjectively wrong, but that's a different topic.
Start by removing the coolant cells.
Objectively, you can't really enjoy the game wrong.
There are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
So long as you actually have fun with whatever you're doing and whatever you're running as far as your kit goes or your build, if you have success in your missions and you know, you stay alive and the enemies die, doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you do it and you're having fun with it. You tend to get rid of playing shield build and Naros. That's my kind of build. Fun fact, auto modding puts shield mods on Inaros. Don't ask me how I know that. As long as you go burr, well, yeah, naturally. Warframe is a game about going burr as much as you can, or any way you like. Also, I guess another good reason to enjoy Warframe is that all of it is free.
Reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete
Well,
sabotage.
all of the content side of it is free. The cosmetic, not as much. You can definitely spend a lot of money or platinum on the cosmetic side. Yes, if you want to be technical, it is a freemium game, but the gameplay side of thing is very much free to access, as opposed to several other games in the market that tend to share kind of a gameplay space a little bit. Not naming any names, but, you know, you guys can all make your own ideas.
The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, timers are an obvious, you know, attempt at monetizing people's impatience. But the point is, you don't need to buy any like any DLC or any expansions or any like packs to access the new gameplay content or the new story content when it releases. That's more what I'm referring to. Of course, you know, the usual timers and gating exist and are good money makers. Hell, former bundles, as they put them themselves, is what currently lets them run like the lights in the office. Like the former bundles are some of the best sellers, and they can't lower the price because that's just what makes them the most money, and they're being honest about it. So of course, you know, there are stuff for sale, there's convenience for sale, there's cosmetics for sale, but there's no gameplay for sale. There's no paid DLC for content, there's no expansions, there's none of that. Like, you can be entirely free to play and still access every single piece of content in this game. Which is the thing I like the most about it. Well, no, you can't buy Kuva, but that doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean you can't buy. That doesn't mean that you know Kuva gives you gameplay. Yeah, no stamina system, please.
I take.
Let's not bring a stamina system in. And I mean, we're talking about a company that took out a gacha system from their game because they didn't like someone spending a ton, and I mean a ton of money, trying to get like a specific fur pattern for their pets. They hated that so much they took it out of the game, which says a lot about a company. They put their morals before their finances,
Tenno not know what
which is a rare thing in this day and age. And yeah, they could totally go with a stamina system where each mission on a star chart has a stamina cost, and you know the higher tier it is, the more expensive it is. But they're not doing that, and I'm grateful for it. Also, I do not have any Yahoo left. That is kind of shitty. I'm gonna have to farm some. Yeah, I would also quit. Like that would be probably the last straw. But luckily, they won't come to that.
where you look.
I hope. I'm sure they would have done that way beforehand if they really had the intent to do that. Alright, so I need a Yahoo. Wait, it says I own one. That can't be right. That can't be right. Oh, does it count the defiled one? Oh, that's dumb. Alright.
Ready to kick.
It counts the defiled mod as still owned. Alright then. Time to crack some raid and some Requiem relics. If anyone wants to come for some Requiem relics, you're more than welcome. I'll have to get a Yahoo. What do we have? Assault and Spy. You're down to clown? Sure. I mean, I'll be more than happy to get you aboard, Mangems. Let's, just let me... it says you're in a mission or something, so let me know whenever you're available for an invite, and I'll get you in. Anyone else that wants to do some, I'm always streaming and you're working? Well, I'm sorry. It happens that I have a lot of free time during normal work hours, so I am often streaming when people are working, which happens to be a time slot where not a lot of people are streaming Warframe, which, you know, works in my favor. You're at work at the moment playing League of Legends on your phone? Well, I mean... I'm glad people have a job that allows them to watch streams and, you know, play games. I'm in currently a no job position, so I'm using my time to kind of do that. It would be an absolute dream come true if this could become a job, but you know, I'm not deluding myself into thinking that I will make that a actual job. You ready? All right. Let's run it. Is there anything you prefer in terms of fissures? We have assault, or we have in steel path. Wait, no, not that. There's an exterminate in steel path, where there's assault in standard. Any preference? I can manage either. Exterminate. All right, let's do it. Before we run it, is there anyone else that would like to come for a Steel Path Requiem fissure? If not, we'll just send it the two of us.
On the plains outside Cetus, you may derive sustenance from mineral-dense termite droppings, which the Ostrons call Ito Da.
Thanks, Ordis.
Also, never form a consonant again, but at least you will not be dead.
Very cool. Thanks, Ordis. Oh, so I guess I could put it on public, actually. Unless you... it might be better if I just throw it on public, wouldn't it? Actually, yes, let's do that. I'll relaunch it. There it is. Exterminate. Here. Yep. Yeah, public gives better chance. That's kind of what I figured. I don't typically run public most of the time, but yeah, for this kind of stuff, I don't mind. Hey, thank you for the follow, Horna. Appreciate it. I need. I still need to bring my alerts up a little bit. It's kind of still in the middle. I'll have to figure that out later. But thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have you around. Yeah, I tend to solo relics most of the time just because I like the pacing of, like, well, following my own pace when running missions and actually streaming. For rares, I'm kind of okay with rad sharing, but for most stuff, I'll just run on my own because I'm not really in a rush to try and get everything super fast, and I like being able to just hang out and chat with you guys as a main thing, and the gameplay is just kind of secondary to that. When you get a hope, you can get self-motivated to farm Limbo Prime? I mean... Oh, when you get home, probably. I mean, I can always check if I have some spare Limbo Prime stuff. I'm at a point where I have every single frame farmed, so anything else I have is just spares. So I can look at my my Prime collection and see if I have some Limbo parts I can part with. Where am I even going? I hate this part of the... oh god, the navigation is so messed up in here. Okay, we're here. Oh, no, that was a Saren, or Saren Molt. It's cool, I'll farm, you're not a fan of get... Oh, I mean, I respect it. It could have been like a trade for a trade, not just a straight giveaway, but I mean, I respect it. We did kind of have that conversation earlier, so or no, it was... yeah, we did have that conversation a bit in the past. Yeah.
Now get to extraction.
We had a similar conversation with Baldelli as well earlier in the stream, but there is, you know, a little aspect of feeling like you earned your progression in your drops or your acquisitions. I might have some relics though that have parts of them in it, so if you're fine with getting the relics, at least I can help you get those. Huge. We love that. All bronze. Oh, well. Only 2 of us brought Radiance. 1 brought an Intag and 1 brought a Flawless. You know, can't win them all. Ooh. Let me see just real quick if I have Limbo. Well, it's not much, but I have 6 relics that include the Limbo Prime systems. So I guess if you need those, well. You wonder if farming a Harrow Prime is feasible instead of the Pleb? You have no recollection of the whole relic farming goes? Oh well, I mean we can cover that real quick. Well, let me snooze the ads because we're about to hit a night break, but I'll take a 5-minute extension and kind of go over relics a little bit. So Harrow currently, so this is vaulted, it's vaulted, 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 vaulted. So yeah, so Harrow is currently vaulted, so it's not possible to actively farm it. Everything that currently contains Harrow Prime is in the vault, so you're gonna have to wait until it is unvaulted, or you trade for it using platinum. There are a few relics still in the possession of, like, I have those relics here that contain Harrow parts. Like, for instance, this one contains the main blueprint, this one contains the chassis, this one contains the neuroptics, so on and so forth. So, you know, you can still sometimes find people like me that have some of those relics left over, but if you want the actual components, you're probably going to have to trade or wait until he comes in the Resurgence. He might be pretty cheap. That is a good point. Let me look. Harrow Prime set. He is about 50 plat at this point.
Not drink the kombucha.
Like currently, are you playing on PC or are you playing on console? Or if you play on console, do you have a PC account linked in order to trade with PC players, Horna? I guess that's a lot of questions in one, but I guess what platform are you playing on? that's the simplest question. PC? Okay, perfect. So you have the easiest... you have to have one to force you now? Really? Oh, well, I guess that kind of solves that. So, yeah. On the PC Warframe market site is 50 platinum for an entire Harrow Prime set. So that is like your best option at this point if you want the actual Harrow Prime instead of the regular one. Regular one is still, accessible, but you do need to go through the chains of Harrow Quest in order to... Oh, I'm sorry. You need to go through the chains of Harrow Quest in order to actually obtain them. 30 platinum in trade chat. That's a rare case of trade chat being cheaper than... cheaper than Warframe Market. So we can always try to, list a want to buy offer in trade chat and hope that someone gets you the set for 30 plat. I am not a big fan of using trade chat because a lot of people are overpricing and lowballing on trade chat, but you never know. You might find a good deal. You might find someone that's willing to hook you up for cheap. So that's an option. But that would be probably your best avenue for Harrow Prime at this point. You got exactly that. Well, yeah. Naturally, you kind of have to rebuild from being a fresh account. You're gonna have to maybe wait until you have a bunch of relics. Also, as far as relic farming goes, so you did ask for relics. So a few things you can do. Like for instance, everything here in the Void. All the nodes from the Void have relics as their almost exclusive drop items. There's one other thing you can get in the Void, which is Aya, which is also another good thing to get. Sorry. But pretty much all the nodes in the Void will guarantee you a relic at the completion or at every stage. So like if you do a survival, every 5 minutes you'll get a relic or a piece of Aya, which is a good thing. Some other nodes, like for instance on Lua, Apollo here is a disruption node, and this one will also get you relics pretty much consistently. The wiki is a great source of information. You probably know that already since you've played a fair bit in the past, but the wiki is also really good at telling you just whatever you might need, wherever you might need to go to get specific. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yawn in your face. The wiki is a good place to know where you want to go to farm a specific item or a specific relic. And then the Aya, since you've been away for a while, I assume you remember the unvaulting that was happening in the past for previous content. So unvaulting was replaced with Prime Resurgence.
The Prime Vanguard.
So the way it works now, instead of just throwing unvaulted relics in the pools and forcing you to farm missions that have a drop pool that can give you an unvaulted relic, now they use the Aya, which is that blue teardrop here. So this resource that you get from Void and bounties allows you to buy directly unvaulted relics. So like for instance, they have Nova and Trinity in the current offering, which is rotating in a day and a half. So if you wanted to get Nova or Trinity, you would get those relics here using Aya that contain their parts. So they made it a lot more straightforward to get unvaulted stuff by preemptively stocking up on Aya and then just buying relics as you needed. There is still like this Ember and Rhino pack, or Ember and Rhino Unvault that is about to expire as well because they released the Ember Heirloom. So those are kind of a special case that was added as well, but it's about to go away. Jesus Christ, I am... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna take a 3 minutes because we're about to hit the unskippable ads. So we're gonna hit the ad break pretty much now, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. So sorry for people that actually have to watch ads. It is what it is. I want to avoid pre-rolls. So you got Trinity Prime already from some age-old Twitch Prime promo. Oh, well, that's good. So at least you kind of save up on doing that one. There's Garuda and Korra coming in a day and a half, so that's going to be the next rotation. And yeah, so as I said, people that will see ads, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure that when people drop in the channel like Hornet did earlier, they are not hit by ads. So we'll run the break now while nothing's happening, and I'll catch you guys back in 3 minutes. Welcome back. Look at me, mom, an example. Well, I mean, I love being able to use like newer people that come in as an example for demonstrations, or it gives me a good opportunity to either show some stuff or explain new mechanics or systems. So I do love having new people around and people that can serve as an example, as long as they're okay with that, So we're just, oh yeah, I'm so sorry for making you wait, man, Gems. If you're still available, we'll go again and try and get that Requiem mod. totally made you wait the whole break. Let's do it. Yeah, thanks for waiting through it. I completely forgot. I got sidetracked and just went a complete other direction. I may or may not have an undiagnosed attention deficit disorder. That could be a thing. It's your fault? No, not at all. I'm not blaming anyone. I just have a very one-track mind. Also, nice Liza Prime.
The art of combat must be practiced.
I thought I saw that in the previous loading screen, but it was over so fast I wasn't sure if I saw right. But that is a nice Liza Prime.
Enemy supply caches in the area, but I'm unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
I know status symbols when I see them. Don't worry. But no, don't apologize, Lorna. I actually appreciate the opportunities to go through the systems and kind of help people get back on track in the game. Like, if there's one thing I love more than actually playing games myself, is helping people get into the games I enjoy. So
Finish your mission and
I will gladly take some time out of my stream to help you out and learn or understand some new stuff. So feel free to stop me at any point and ask any questions you might have. And if it's not me, we have a lot of helpful people and very knowledgeable people like Mangems over here, or some other people like Worthy that have a lot of experience as well. So feel free to ask. Some helpful person is sure to answer you. And I guess, should you want that, we also have a little Discord server and Discord community kind of building itself up. And we have, channels for Warframe, channel for general chat. So if you want to hang out off stream, if you want to hang out even during the stream with the rest of the community and ask your questions there, that is also available to you. Thanks, Dazzy. I appreciate it. Do you have any early game weapon suggestions? I feel like nothing but melee does damage, and even with mods that works for specific mod types. Actually, I did make such recommendations in my Discord server not too long ago for another new player that joined us recently, so we can go look over those. Definitely. But yeah, I do feel you though. On the early game, without any good weapon mods, it feels like ranged is kind of weak. But we can look at what we have available. Where am I even going? I am getting lost. Oh, this way. There we go. I swear I'm attentive, and I'm not at all just reading chat and being distracted and doing completely nothing. The heck is really good. I think what you're trying to say, Faith, here is the Ignis or the Ignis Wraith, because Wraith is just a variant type. But yeah, Ignis and Ignis Wraith are really good. Yeah, there's also easy to acquire frames from dojos, a lot of easy to acquire weapons as well from dojos. We can definitely look into that after we're done with this mission. You're multitasking? Sorry, you're not... Jeez, alright, well, we'll grab the Kuva. This is really unlucky, and that's Radiance. Man. Just... I mean, we will take the Kuva, that's for sure. But yeah, so as Faith pointed out, the Heck is a really good starter shotgun. It is available from the market directly, if I recall correctly, and it is fairly accessible. Doesn't have a lot of rare materials. You were invited to random dojo today. We got no idea if they have anything. Yeah, I guess you can take a look at it. You can go and have a gander. Let's say primaries, if we hide items without blueprint. I mean, oh, they're done to run it again? Alright, well, I guess we'll look at that we'll look into that in a few minutes. I'm down to keep going for more Requiems, because we do need the Jahumon to keep going with the Lich. But yeah, let me actually pull up the list I made on Discord, actually. Let's see here. I did make a list somewhere. There we go. Okay. So for primaries, so I had the burst in my list for primaries, but it's more of like preparing for later games. So I wouldn't recommend going for the bursten right away because the base bursten is kind of aged,
The canvas of
but
war.
it does have a better variant later on, and you know, a lot of later game potential. But initially, I might avoid it. The Heck is a good shotgun. The Carrack is a pretty decent rifle. It's kind of like your bog standard assault rifle, so it is pretty decent.